Right, hi guys, welcome back to City Skylines, and we're back on Whitford Peak. Last time we built a major junction, part of our infrastructure for the industry, and this is looking really good. It's working really seamlessly. Obviously it's not fully operational yet because we currently haven't connected this highway. The only other sort of exit highway point is actually way up in the hills here. If we wanted to get like a kind of two-way highway connection going, this is where we need to get to. So it's obviously quite out of the ways. I don't think we're going to be getting to that anytime soon. But if we bring the highway past the town up here, then maybe we could create like a small connection which would bring in some extra traffic or something along these lines. But we shouldn't expect to see tons and tons of highway traffic going up and down at this point in time. That's only going to happen when we eventually connect. Look at these planes going over. It's only going to happen when we actually connect up to that, which is going to be a challenge in and of itself. When I made the map, I didn't fully think through how I would get the roads up to there. I thought that would be an interesting challenge using people's creative road building techniques to actually get up to that point. So I haven't completely thought out through like how you would get up there. There are some like quite major, as you can see, sort of cliffs here. So probably some kind of very extreme S-bending system is going to be required in the system that I have done before. However, there is also here, there is another bit of cliff here which would also suit getting that road across. So perhaps what we're going to need to do is bring the highway along to about here. Then maybe what we need to do is sort of bring the highway back, cross the river, bring it back down here, S-bend it all the way up through this lot, and that, which is going to be, let's be real, pretty extreme, and then just feed the road right the way across here, all the way to the highway. Quite a long distance to go, as you can see, and not something which is going to happen overnight. But we have put the kind of basic infrastructure in place. I think that's only one thing I probably might have improved upon with this map, is to actually get like a kind of a two-way road system flowing in very early on. That's the only thing this doesn't have. It doesn't have like kind of an on and off connecting road to the outside map. It's only like this outside area of the map, but there's enough traffic flowing to and from, and we've kind of this is really good future proofing. You know, this will future proof where we're going to. Okay, so let's crack on. We want to get the railway extended, so that's going to be the next thing to do. I want to get a railway going out here to Timage Ridge, so we need to work on the station first. So let's look in here. So transport. Now we just want like a country train station again. We have got some kind of fancy schmancy advanced ones, but we really just want a basic rural. We've got Jorx tram station, which is not what we want, although it would sort of serve. We have the old brick station, which we don't need. We've got the suburban track, which this is not. The university train station. We have the Vikusund train station, which is the one we've got right now. Or the Zav station Sarbrot, which I think is actually probably the one we'll go for. There's cargo station, the rural cargo station, cargo loading station, so on and so on. So I think probably this one we'll go for is this style. It's kind of mountain style. It's quite a big sort of station actually, but I think this one will work the best. I'm just thinking about the rail. Yeah, this is how we want it to be. So we're going to put that in there, like so. See, that actually looks perfect. This looks perfect for up here. Really good. I like how there's railway noises, but literally it's not connected even to any track yet. Okay, so next we have to go through the Gorge of Horror. Not tried to actually put anything through here, so no idea how this is going to go. Let's let the game play on. Okay, right, so first of all they're going to need water down there, so we'll get some water across. Now we're going to need, obviously, track. So let's get... Now we're going to have... two-way or single? Yeah, two-way track. Now then, this is where things are going to be interesting. Now remember what I also said about industrial rail coming up here too? Not sure about that, but we shall see. In the meanwhile, oh yeah, the other thing I want to do with this is I want this to be on, what's it? Straight slope, so Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so we've got to start off by curving around here. This is going to be exceedingly difficult to do this in the dark. Could really do with it being daytime. Hold on. Let's speed things up a little bit. It's coming up to daytime now. Damn, look at the junctions at night there. They look really good. Although I'm tempted to go back around and sort of upgrade and unupgrade these roads and actually make it so there's no lighting on the roundabout itself, but I think we could do with a lot more roads like the national roads where there is no lights at night, because it can get a bit over the top when, you know, we actually did this on some of the roads around here. Look, we made it so that there was no lights at night. Just looks like a more realistic town when you don't have lights everywhere. So you can see right here, look, there's just lights on every street, and it's just like, you know, if it's a rural town, you just don't have lights on every street. Stefan Roosterworld, a bit late but happy to be here. About the highways and the cliffs. Here in Holland there are not too many examples, but I saw in France that it just gradually gets up following the cliff. So not straight up, but not hairpin, but gradually following it. Yeah, exactly. And this railway station is freaking out that they have got no power. Okay, right. Now we can actually get our railway line in. So it's starting off pretty good. This is going to be awesome. Now, what I want to do is I want to get through this gorge. I want to get like a road going through here also that sort of follows the railway line. Or the path of the railway line. Awesome. Okay, there we are. We're through the gorge, guys. Right, so there we are. So we've got our line going through the gorge. So now we need to get down here to connect that up. So I figure that at some point we're probably going to have another little town up here. So for now, I'm just going to run this up like that. So we're just going to kind of come straight through. And I put it like that so it's on like a kind of a cutting going through. And I'll tidy that up in a second. So next we're going to just come nice sweeping path all the way around. Or we go across like this and then around. I like that more. Okay, so we're going to come across. And then we're going to come around. And then we're just going to come... I'm just going to do this in one move. Or am I? Nope. Okay, so let's just come out like this a little bit first. Bang, perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, right, so we got that going on. And I'm just going to tweak that a little bit. Not very much. Okay, so that's a nice long gradient coming up their valley there. Okay, looks good, looks good, looks good. I will have to just tweak. Come on. Okay. Again, we can do some stuff to make this look a little better and stuff as we go along. In fact, actually, we can just... There's a few bits we need to actually tidy up, so... let's just use the smoothing tool. So we can just kind of smooth some of this out a bit. Don't need to go all the way, but you can just kind of soften those edges a little bit. Helps it look not quite so extreme. Okay, and then same here. Just soften that up a little bit. And the same with this bit, so we just kind of soften this in, and it just doesn't look quite so extreme. But it's much better to kind of build on the level like that with the railway. Right. Okay, so there we go. So that's our little railway going through there. And there's a bit of a kink right there in the track. Sorry, I'm ducking my head down way too much. Okay, awesome. So, theoretically, we should be able to get railway through to the town now. No reason why not. So, if we wait a little while, there should be power connected to that now. Yep. So, if we wait a little while, we should have trains coming up through. And again, this is something which we can kind of work on sort of beautifying as we go along, but looks pretty good already, I think. Awesome. What's this? Yeah, but this will look fantastic when we got like a vehicle. I don't want to put a road through here yet, because it's not really necessary. Later we can do that when there's actually, like once we get like another small town up here, then we can definitely go for that. But we're not quite at that point in time yet, so it's all good. Oh crap, there's fire. This could be genuinely really problematic. Yeah, the trees are burning, which is going to be a big problem because, yeah, here we go. It's going to start to spread. Oh crap. Okay, this could be genuinely a big problem. We don't currently in the city, because we've got quite a small sort of population still. We're only at like 3,000 population. This is the trouble that I knew I was going to have in doing like small population towns, which is that, you know, it's about the income, and that's going to be the challenge with this. It's going to be extremely challenging to make enough income to, and that's probably why I think what I should do is I do want this map to be about smaller communities. However, there is sort of almost as part of the game design, I'm actually seeing like a little bit of lag on some of these vehicles again, not sure why. I'm seeing it there like a stutter. I remember seeing this in the past with what was it called, Corellia, when we had Corellia on the snow map. Some of those trees are still burning up, so we've got no although I remember seeing helicopters earlier in the game, so yeah, I think one thing we do need to get going on though is definitely a helicopter fire department. It's super expensive, but, well, I say it's super expensive. It costs like 2,400 per week. Yeah, so we can't afford that yet. See, this is why I think it's kind of stupid, like the whole thing of, I think it's kind of stupid that only fire helicopters can put out those fires of trees. It just seems a really stupid thing to me, because why would only fire? It's so debilitating. Like, why would only fire helicopters be able to put out those? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's stupid. And now we'll have the fire department, right? The fire department will come screaming in. So, like, look, yeah, like, we've got loads of stuff on fire now. So the fire department's going to come in, and they're going to put out the fires on the houses, but not the trees. I mean, the trees will just burn themselves out. So maybe we do need to, we'll just let those guys deal with that. The trees will burn themselves out eventually when it's in this confined space, but it's when it starts spreading to other trees and it just creates this kind of ongoing chain of burning. Normally a fire department can take them out, but I think they act as if one tree equals to one house. It's just oh look, see, we have got helicopters. Look, see, you don't need, that's it, yeah. See, look, you don't need to actually have helicopter fire to have helicopter fire appear. The helicopter fire department will just appear from fire stations. So you don't actually have to have the helicopter thing. They will just appear. I thought so, because I remember seeing them earlier on. So they will just appear. Yeah, he's put it all out. So they will just appear, like if you follow this guy back. Except I can't, but if you follow the helicopter back, he'll fly back to a fire station. So like if we follow this guy back to wherever he's going, yeah, look, see, he's just going back to the actual fire station right here, look. That's it, buddy. Just land on the road. Oh no. The fire engine went into the helicopter. Amazing. It's like a TARDIS. Anyway, so we probably should do some to improve our wealth, because that's going to be our biggest problem, and the only thing that's going to do that is expanding our towns and stuff like this. Now, I think that I do want to start thinking about a city down here at some point, but not just quite yet. But we definitely need to continue expanding in terms of just the residents and stuff, so that we can actually get more money coming in. So that's what we need to work on. We've been building and developing a lot of stuff, but we haven't obviously been expanding the town. Right, so let's get some more residential in Boomtown. Now we do have the possibility as well for some heavier residential property. And I think I'd thought about putting a little bit of that in somewhere, like high density residential, but I didn't want to put it in too many places. But I thought, like, yeah, sort of like along the strip here would work well, or something maybe, or like just right here. I thought, yeah, just like upgrade high density residential down there. I thought actually made a lot of sense. It's right next to sort of like the main street of town, so I figure like you'll probably get some in there. Right, so let's just bang this in here. Leave a bit of space in there for some more trees or whatever. Right, let's get some water going on. Everybody loves water. What am I doing? What am I doing? Come on. Right, okay. Right. So that's got our residential covered over there. Now we've got industry yet again. We've got industry issues. So let's get some more industry in here. And again, I'm going to stick to my principle of only filling in certain grid squares, because this is another thing. Like when you have the industry stuff, like I'm saying, you know, you can manage it. You can manage how much industry you have on the site, and that helps with the traffic as well. It's if you just fill in like every possible grid square that exists with industry, then you're going to have like a big problem with the industry. But if you create like this, like a sort of more spaced out system for your industry, not only does it look better, but it's also easier to manage. That's what I find anyway. Right, let's fill this in. Actually, yeah, we could also not this bit right here, but the other side we could definitely sort of concrete over. We're going to need to get like some barrier or something going on down with that. Thank you. Society's End, guys. Sub for 4 months in a row. Thank you very much, Society's End. Welcome back, buddy. It's a nice quiet evening today, guys. I'm not surprised it was quiet today because we've not been on Skylines for a little bit, but we are back now, back in black. Okay. I'm going to leave this space until it's obviously filled in. Right, we have expanded our residential stuff. More people coming in. Not seeing any trains coming up here yet, but I do see people coming, so maybe we have got a train on the way. Yep, here we go. Oh, it's a good one as well. Oh, and I'll tell you something else. Train on both ends. Yes, please. Let's ride the train, guys. When I can get it going on, right? Now, unfortunately, this isn't going to work completely, because once we go into the gorge, it's going to be very difficult to stay at the same level as the train, but it does look awesome. Have you adjusted railroad speeds, Luton? No. I mean, we don't need to adjust the speeds going through here. Oh, this does look cool, guys, doesn't it? This does look really awesome. I'm just going to come down here. Yeah, Valenia is right, we do need to adjust the railroad speed. So basically, as we're coming here, we just need to slow things down a little bit. So basically, I don't know what speed they standardly go at, but I'm going to put it sort of like, around here we'll put it at like 50, and then around here we'll put it like 40, and then 30, and then, hello? And then 20, and then 10 here at the station. Right, so, yep, here comes Mr. Train, and he's going to slow right down. You just see a much better, more natural train slowing down like this. Look, if you actually edit those speed limits, it just looks a lot more realistic with the train coming in, whereas otherwise they'll just go shoo, and they stop, and then they go out again full speed. Awesome, that looks great. Off he goes. Oh, this looks awesome, guys. Looks fantastic at night as well, going through this canyon. Looks super awesome. Looks great coming down here as well towards the bridge. Oh, here we are, look, there's another train coming in. Oh man, it's an Intercity 125. Nice. Awesome to see them when they pass by. Trying to get like the awesome. They can connect the new railway to the boomtown directly. What? What new railway? It is connected already. What? Oh, you mean connect it through there? Why? Oh, that's actually a good point though, which is that we can't have trains going from there to there. We'd have to create like another piece of track to allow it to do that. So we'd have to just build a bit of rail up here, which we probably should do. Wouldn't be too hard to do that. So yeah, all we need to do is just grab a bit of rail, like so. And then we just need to connect it up to this, like that. Easy. There you go, done. Sorted. Right, so now, I don't know whether the trains will automatically do that. I know you can set routes between places, obviously, for your trains, so it might be worth our while to do that, actually. I will also just, again, smooth this area out a little bit. Cool. Yeah, let's just make a route that's going between the two towns there. Okay, so... Oh, crap. Oh, man, that's a big, big tower block of a building right there that's on fire. That little fire engine seems to have put him out spectacularly, though, so well done for that. Okay, yeah, let's put a rail route in. I don't remember how to do this now, though. It's been ages. Oh, it's like with this, right? Train line, yeah. So the train line will just come and go automatically, but if we have like two stations, what we're going to do is create a new line, and then we just add a stop, and then we just complete line. And that's it, basically. I'm probably just going to do that. I don't need to do anything else. Some new elements here that I have not seen before. What's this? Oh, is that just telling you what trains are on the line or something? Must be. Next vehicle in so many seconds. So it's vehicle count. Individually adjust the vehicle count for this line. Vehicle count depends on both public transport budget and this modifier. So we've got number of vehicles 3 out of 4. That's way too much. So we're probably going to go down to 50%. Yeah, number of vehicles 2 out of 2. And even that's, I think, it's too much. But we definitely don't need more than 2 trains. And then you can choose whether you have like day or night line active at both day and night times. I reckon that it's probably only going to make sense for the train line to be active at daytime. I don't think anybody's going to be needing to travel. Nobody's going to be needing to travel between these two towns like at night time. That just doesn't make any sense. So we'll make it so it's active only in daytime. Let's save the game. Right, another huge residential boom for us, guys. Now the question is, how much further do we expand our towns? I think that Boomtown can be expanded somewhat. I think that Timogé Ridge is almost already at its max capacity. I really don't want to... like I said, these are supposed to be like small, ruralish communities. And when you look at it, it's like, I don't think this town right here needs to be a lot bigger. It can probably take a few little bits and pieces here and there, but honestly, it really doesn't need to be much bigger than it already is. And that's going to be kind of how I want to play this playthrough, is about making these kind of smaller communities that, you know, you connect with roads in between, so that they're kind of separate around the map, so that hopefully towards the middle and the end of the playthrough we end up having, like, you know, a community here, a community here, a community here, here, you know, right out over this way. Because often when we play, we always end up with, like, it just kind of builds out. And what I want to do is have actual kind of communities, so they're sort of separated apart, you know. Didn't you plan Timogé Ridge to have a mansion in the hills? Yeah, so we started off with this road going up here, and I actually wasn't sure what we can put in here. We've got government offices, which doesn't really suit. Let's just look through. So this is obviously under landmarks. We need some kind of, like, you got like City Hall, and we need like a mansion or something to go up there. But I don't know what we can put. We've got churches. There's stuff which we can do with a city later, you see. Well, let's search for mansion. No, let's search for club. So we've got swimming club. What we need is like a kind of... You need like a lodge almost. Lodge. No. There must be something. Country. You want like a country club. You want like a club. But not that kind of club. Not nightclub. I don't think there is anything up there. Yeah, hotel. Is there a good hotel? I don't know. We need like a... It needs to be more like a kind of country hotel, though, you see. Not like... These are all like... I don't know. I don't know what we can get in there. This is going to be the thing which is troubling. Yeah, we really need like a kind of a country villa or something like this. There's this beer garden, but that's not really what we're after. Yeah, I need a country club. I don't think I've got one, though. Located in the Overlook Hotel. Is that actually a thing in Steam? If it is, we'll get it and get it for next time. It is. Let me just look in Steam then. Oh yeah, I did see this. Okay, yeah, we definitely should take the Overlook Hotel then. What is it? It's under unique buildings. I'm going to add that to complete leisure. Okay, well, we will have to add that on the next playthrough, because obviously I can't just midway through a game change that up. So we got the road out to that one anyway. Right, let's play on. Right, in the meanwhilest, we still do need more residential. Now, there is still some areas here on the town, but we're getting to the point now, like I said before, where it's sort of, we're on the outskirts of town, so it's gonna be less big roads and more sort of like more dead end roads, basically. However, I think that this can loop around. And I think we can connect through like that. Yeah, it's always tricky sometimes with these kind of like on the edges of town, trying to figure out like how you want to do your edges of town, because it's like, do you just have roads coming out, or you know, does it just kind of come out like this? Maybe we should just use like the trees as kind of, do you know what I mean? I think also you'll kind of get into more sort of lanes, have like little lanes coming out like this. I also think, yeah, I think you kind of need something going around the outside of this. The golf courses, again, they're a nuisance to get to work in this. It's not like as easy as it probably sounds, you know. Right, so I'm just doing this. I'm just trying to get these kind of like edges of the city, or edges of the town working right. I do need to sort of, I think what I need to do is look at some photographs of actually how like the outside of a town finishes, because I think, damn, that is a lot of traffic. That is a lot of traffic going. What is going on here? Okay, apparently my elegant road junction system is not... Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, unexpected. So what's happening here is that all of the workers from Boomtown and also all of the workers from Timajay Ridge who all work at Museka Industries are converging across on this junction. And I hadn't anticipated like that much traffic going on here. For one, I anticipated that most of the Boomtown traffic was just going to go down here and connect onto the highway, which I have now realised is not going to happen because we'd never connected that to the highway. So that's the biggest problem right there, which is why they're going that way. They probably would go this way if I'd have actually thought of that. So I'm going to have to fix that. So let's take this. And we'll have another off-ramp which basically connects like this. This is going to be very not elegant because yeah, this is not going to be very elegant because this essentially... Do you know what? Let's not do that. What we need to do is this needs to go... This is going to be very tricky. So this basically has to come out like that. But that obviously is not good because it's such a right angle. Tricky, tricky, tricky. But basically you want to be able to... Well, see, now this is... Because now we're going to get to the point where we actually don't need this double roundabout. See, because what you want is if you're coming down underneath, you're going to just go off that way, right? If you're going to town, you're going to go straight on, as we have, you know, that was the idea originally, was to kind of allow people to bypass getting onto the roundabout, so we sort of split the traffic. But the problem is that take the top roundabout off. No, I don't think so, because the idea of the top roundabout was to help. The idea of the top roundabout was to help alleviate pressure of the amount of traffic on the bottom roundabout. Now we're not at that point yet, but the idea was in the future that's what we would do. The issue is that these guys that are on the top need to be able to get onto the bottom roundabout in order for that to really work. So it's almost like you need to have a junction which comes around here to connect to that, or it needs to get down onto this one somehow. That's really what needs to happen. You need like a connection which goes up and down on this bit as well. which is obviously going to be quite difficult. It's like you basically need like you need something like this, which is coming out and then going to basically connect like that. You need something like that, which, as you can see, for well, I mean, to be honest, I would be happy with that, but yeah, the one below would have to be a lot bigger. I mean, we could just go with this. Like, it'll work, you know. I'd be fine with that. Let me tell you, it would be exciting. Wouldn't you be excited to drive down that? Oh my god, that'd be fantastic. Go down that in a lorry. What's wrong with that? 100 km/h speed limit. What's the problem? What's the real problem? There's no problem. Yeah, hashtag Luton traffic solutions. No, obviously not. I'm just trying to think this through. So the guys from here, they can either go up on the top and out. Hey, that works. That works just fine, sort of. Hey, I'm not even joking, that somewhat works. Hey, what the fuck's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That works perfect. Flawless. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. Done. Fixed. So that's that. The only trouble is like getting back, obviously. Which is going to be less elegant. Luton's elegant traffic solutions. Start all over again. No. Stop with the quotes of me. It's just like Luton, I'm not even joking. That somewhat works. LTE. 8th of June. What about the huge dent in the road? What? Oh, nobody sees that. Like, you just got to be real careful because otherwise, just like tip it. No, the problem with that is you wouldn't be able to create like a very symmetrical mirror of that. So that's probably why I would not go with that. It's all about this. Fuck my life. The top one has to be the only one which can go to the town, because otherwise it defeats the point of it. So that means that the on and off ramps for this bit have to come off of here to connect to that road. The problem that we have is... it's going to make that really complicated. Spiral it in the middle. You shouldn't make these things because you know I'll try and do it. Remember how I said this was going to be a more serious build than the last one? It could happen. Get off of here, snap. This could totally work. Don't think I won't do it. Yeah, slight. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Du, 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 du. This is totally gonna work. You guys know he's crazy. He'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. You think I won't? I want to do it. What am I doing here? This is totally 100% going to work. I actually wish Fuse was watching right now. Oh. Yeah, you thought I couldn't do it. You thought I couldn't do it. Accident junction. It's gonna 100% work. Yes. Right. Okay. Basically, sorted. Da, 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 da. Right, now we just have to do the one coming up, which is going to be more problematic. Right, so that's easy. So now you can come in and swoosh, you're off, sorted. Can trucks go under it? Whatever. If the trucks go under it, there'll be like some sparks, and it's all good. It's going to 100% work 50% of the time. Luton Fuse is here. Fusebot is here. I don't know whether that's actually whether Fuse is here. I think if Fuse was here, he'd have just left the room at this point. Right, so now we need to obviously get back up onto the junction. So I think the best way to do that is going to be to have another connection. Right, well, I'm just going to show you what's the best way to do this. Using my total Skylines knowledge and experience, I'm going to show you how to do this. All right, show you what you need to do. What I'm going to do. Right, first of all, that. It's like a very intense surgical operation. This, it's got like the same gravity, and it's like each one of these builds is like a precise surgical construction. It's got the same. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. What's wrong with that? Beautiful. Does the top even need to be on a roundabout? Yes, obviously. 100% it does. Right, just a few minor alterations here. I feel like this junction should be renamed. The William Webb Bridge seems a little boring for it now. Suggestions in the chat are appreciated. I think Accident Bridge probably is the best one, though. Yeah, that's a little extreme there, but it's not the worst it could be. And I think the trucks will just get through there. Just. I don't think I can really do too much about that. But it's coming up, so it's not the biggest problem. And it's... Yeah, look, you can handle that. I've been up roads that are like that. What's wrong with that? It's fucking nothing. Nugan, what are you doing? That's not a bloody link, that's fucking essay. And it doesn't even work. Build a hospital nearby. Yeah. Yeah, there should be like a priority lane on the roundabout for emergency services. Just for the roundabout. It's just, I wish I could get this bit without it being quite so severe. But, as you see, it's not going to be. I think that's probably literally the best I can do, which obviously is worrying. Like, that's the best I can get it. It's fine. I don't know what I'm worrying about. What could go wrong? Flawless. absolutely flawless. Do, 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 do. Oh, look at it. It's a thing of beauty. Gonna cry. Gonna cry, it's so beautiful. Just make that a little bit more severe. Right. Let's put this mother into action. Luton, can you upload this to YouTube? Your video will be taken down to graphic imagery. Please let your citizens have a go. Yeah, we will. The trouble is I don't know whether they will use it over priority of this other road, because they're already sort of on their way through on this road, but we'll soon see. It might take a little while, because they're sort of queuing to get through this bit already. This was never meant to be like a business road. Oh, you know what we could do, though? Couldn't we make this road so it's residents only? No business traffic or whatever, or deliveries. I think we'd have to do that, though. I mean, you can... What does it say for the district policy again? I forget. Oh yeah, I got themes on as well now. Heavy traffic, no heavy transport vehicles, does not affect highways. There's nothing which is like resident. Oh, it's Old Town, isn't it? Old Town. Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Not sure whether that would help. Set it as a priority road loop in new mass transit feature. What's the difference? What's the difference if it's a priority road? I actually don't know what that means. I'd actually forgotten. Is his view of the chat a little bit delayed? Yeah, it always is. It's always a little bit delayed, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would work as well, Nugan. Yeah. I think my solution is more creative, though. Oh, look, look, look. He's going on it. He's going on it. Look, 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 look. Look, not only does he fit underneath. Look at that. He's handling that like a boss. Look, no problem. No problem at all. Not even a small element of a problem. Easy. Look at this, guys. They love it. Look at that. Yes. No problem at all. Damn, a little bit of jostling for position there on the road. Right, so 100% is working, and it looks beautiful. And the only thing I would want to change is just make this even a little bit tighter. Just fit that in there. Yeah, no problem. Easy. Easy does it. Easy like a Sunday morning. Still some small traffic queue there. Right, so we're going back to what we could do with this road. They are probably using that road because they don't want to use that thing you've made. Oh, so insulting. That's not actually true. It's because this wasn't built when they started to. So basically we have to go back to day 2, and actually see like what's happening with that. Also, as usual, it'd be fantastic if they fricking used all the lanes instead of just queuing on one lane. Sick to death of that. So actually, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Enhanced vehicle AI. Enable highway-specific lane merge splitting rules. Heavy vehicles prefer outside lanes. Yes, yes, yes. Not a holy city. Minor complaints, 2%. I thought I'd set this up, but no. Ban private cars and trucks on bus lanes. Obviously, yes. Evacuation buses may ignore traffic rules. Yes. Vehicles may enter blocked junctions. No. Vehicles may do U-turns at junctions. No. Vehicles going straight may change lanes at junctions. No. Overlays. Maintenance. Right. I'm not sure how far they've got with the AI intelligence, but we'll see. But basically, yeah, it still frustrates me. Basically, there used to be a thing called like it was called like lane lookup, I think. And it was in a very early version of like the traffic management mods, but it got taken out ages ago. I've actually spoken to see there's one guy using this lane here. It also depends on how that lane is actually, yeah, so you can go either of these lanes here, but basically yeah, lane lookup, I explained this several times in the past, but basically lane connector, no, lane lookup. Lane lookup, basically what it does is it tells the AI like, hey, are you... Also, it probably is not helping us. We've got fucking traffic lights on this junction as well. It's probably actually not helping us. Where's the one for turning them on? They've changed this all now. Yeah, switch traffic lights. Off, off, off. Anyway, yeah, so I've talked about this before, lane lookup. So basically what it does is as the traffic approach a junction, if there is, like, so say you're approaching a junction, you've got 3 lanes. If there's 6 cars in front, you set lane lookup to like 6 cars. It will basically, the AI will come to the junction, it will see, hey, there's 6 cars ahead. It knows when there's 6 cars in front, move into another lane. And that's all it does. It just used to be a feature in some of the traffic mods when the game, in the first 6 months of the game, but then it got for some reason dropped. And I've actually spoken to the guy who makes Traffic Manager President Edition, and I said to him, like, do you think you could put this lane lookup like back in? And he actually said to me, like, yeah, it was a good thing. I don't know why that got dropped, because he wasn't working on this mod when that actually was a thing. So he said he would look into adding that back in, because it's a really, really, really good implementation for getting the AI to actually sort of use the maximum capacity of the roads, whereas right now they totally do not do that. Okay, let's save having built all that ridiculous junction. Why do you have traffic lights there? Because we just did all the road connections, and when you redo road connections, traffic lights get put in automatically until you take them out. That's why. Maybe you should enable changing lanes at junctions. That might help you, Luton. No, because all that changing lanes at junctions does is it means that when they're actually when they're at a junction, they'll change lane. It doesn't mean that they'll split into other lanes. I don't think so, anyway. I don't think so. Because that was that's been a feature for ages. I don't think that's what it does. Yeah, it is. I mean, look, they're doing it right now. Also, I mean, there's another reason why. Okay, so there's another reason why the AI... I've explained this also before many times. There's another reason why the AI will stick to one lane. That gets back to what we've talked about before, which is the AI planning before they start their journey. Okay, I'm going A to B. So basically, all these AI, you can see that what's happening is all this AI, they're going to turn off here. And because this is just a 2-lane connector, they're going to be thinking, okay, at this point here, I need to turn right. But basically, they're thinking that way back here. So as they get to this here, they're thinking like, oh, well, I could go in the second lane and go faster than all these other cars. But no. What they're thinking is, right, at this point in time, they're thinking, I need to be in the right lane because all the way down here, I need to turn right. So that's why you see them all staying in this one lane, because they're all going to come off here. And it just means they don't change lane. There is something to argue that basically, because if you think about it like this, just like in real life, if you go into 2 lanes, but you still intend to turn right here, well, at some point you're going to have to merge with that other traffic, and that's still going to create a log. It's still going to slow you down, right? So there is something to be said for, does it really matter? You know, and well, look, it's happening right here. Look, it's happening right here. Look, some of these guys, look, they've gone around, and now look, they're having to. This is what happens. So you see, you actually end up. So it doesn't really solve the problem. Luton, AI can't get into empty lanes if the lanes don't fill up to the... Well, I'll turn it on. It's no big deal to me. No big deal one way or the other. We'll soon see whether it improves things. Where is it? Enter block junctions, vehicle U-turns, straight, vehicle going straight, change lanes of junction. Okay, there we go. But it's basically, I don't think it's going to do what you're thinking it is. That's why it says if they're going straight, they can change lanes at junctions. But it doesn't say that they will automatically use other lanes. But you can see, look, even now, look, it's still creating this problem. Because, like I said, they've got to join in. The problem is just weight of traffic. And probably what the better thing for us to do, but also, bear in mind, guys, I also do have the rush hour mod on. So again, if we're looking at the time, like it was later in the evening, the guys have kicked out from work and now they've got to go on all the way around here. Now, the other thing to do potentially would be to say, okay, well, there's a lot of traffic going through here. Maybe you just need to make this a higher capacity road. But, you know, it's like, well, also I think, yeah, see, this is the other trouble. There's a lot of traffic going up this way. I actually think we might be better off at this point in time to not have that road go there. Or, I don't know. Because we want them to go that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to drop this road for now. I'm going to delete that temporarily and decide what to do about it later. Because I think that will temporarily solve the traffic problem. These are all just going to have to go back on themselves now. Or, well, I tell you what we can do. We can make it a service road. That's what we can do. We can make it a service road. So we can make it a service road so it's only for, like, emergency services or... let's actually just reconnect this up. Now I can't fricking see anything. Yeah, we'll just make it a service road. So, right. So what we want is... So we will turn off cars. So it's for taxis, recycling and emergency services only. Done. There we go. Because it's still a useful connection, but it will just be a quieter road which is only used for service vehicles basically. Because I did also notice that the recycling trucks were going that way. So anything that enables that, and then that way it will just stay a quieter road for now. And it just means that we will now get, like, yeah, look at this. Look, we're going to get a lot more traffic coming in on our crazy-ass roundabout, which, by the way, is working flawlessly. Thank you very much. Look at this. Look at the action. Look at that roundabout action. It's the business. Luton, change that national road going off the roundabout to a 2 or 1 lane road. No. Why? Why would it be a 2 or... What? No, because the national road is just... It's a simple road that goes really fast. Look, this little police car's going. It's a way of... See, look, this is actually quite good. It's a way of linking emergency services and stuff so that they don't have to deal with everything else. It's good, good, good. Oh, come on, guys. Still a lot of traffic taking their sweet time. That's weird. See, now this is really stupid. So even some of this other traffic is queuing in this lane to go off that way. Although that could still be like leftovers from other stuff. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But if need be, we can always extend this out and connect. You know, we can always. We're going to extend the highway anyway, and then we can always connect the highway at this end of town. So that's always another possibility. Right. Anyway, let's finish up because we're basically towards the end here. But let's finish up by getting a bit more residential in this area of town because that was one of the things that we should have done. So we'll get a bit more residential going on here. Some nice residential in. Get some water over here. Now I know what I was saying before about like not filling in whole areas, but I'm not filling in every little bit, but I'm filling in a reasonable amount of stuff. Right, that'll do for now, I think. We'll just get a couple in there. Okay, right, these guys are going to want water, obviously. I wish I'd not sort of done my completely stupid plan. Is this broken or what? Yeah, I wish I'd not done my completely ridiculous plan of trying to make all water go through the road system, because I should have realised that was just going to be a terribly, terribly flawed, wasteful way of doing it. But now it's all gone tits up, so whatever. Whatever, it is what it is. Okay, fine. I'm just going to deal with that. Luton, I meant that little bit going off the roundabout, that should change the way the AI thinks it has to go. Oh, you meant like just change this junction thingy right here. Yeah. Oh, this is actually looking quite nice. This little outside, but this is kind of how I wanted it to look, see? Because it's like, as you get to the edge of the town, the buildings should like feather out a little bit. We can obviously get some little trees and shrubs, and I think shrubs would look better on this part. You know, not just trees, but some bushes and other stuff like this. Did you name a town after your cat? No, not yet. No. Right. Well, I'm pleased to say though that now that we have made that change to this junction system anyway, that the roundabout and the highway do seem to be serving the industrial area quite well. Like, look at this. I'm liking these off-ramps. These are probably some of the best off-ramps I think we've built before, so they're looking really, really good. And I do like this kind of like double overhead roundabout, like it's really nice. Yeah, the only trouble is this. It's almost like a strange pause that they make when they get to this point. It's kind of weird. Also, there's a problem with this guy coming in here. Oh man, I don't want to have to remove this junction because I really like it, but they are taking their sweet time. Look at this. It's really, really not efficient for them getting into town. Over here. I think we definitely need to amend the highway for them to get up here. Like, definitely. We've got time to do that? Maybe. It's that traffic coming out of that town. See, if we can make most of the traffic come around the highway, because the highway's a lot faster, and I could just slow this road down so it makes it more efficient and quicker to go this way. Like, yeah, I think I understand what Three Gnomes was saying a minute ago. He was like, if you make this not a national road, then it won't be so quick for them to drive along. That's what he meant to say. We should have a Y-shaped junction. What, right here? No, this was working great earlier, but it's like we've moved to a different stage right now, so often the things that you built originally then later just don't apply. I remember I said that this was going to be a lot about railway, and now we're spending this entire time building highways. Okay, so let's just... Yeah, also I had my plan about going up on the hill there, so I think I'm actually going to bring this around from like here. That's it. Okay, that's good. And then we just need to go back, obviously. Actually, I better, if I'm going to do this right. This is going to be a pain in the ass to get right now. I hate this thing. This is going to be super difficult to get this right. Oh, hello. Nearly got it right. That's probably good enough. Ooh, split level effect. I like it. I like it a lot. I know it's going the wrong way. Calm down. I haven't even seen whether anybody said that yet, but I guarantee someone will. Luton, don't you know that? I know. It's fine. I'm just doing it this way because sometimes it's easier to marry them up doing it like all the same way. Right. And then we'll have to sort of tidy this up. Man, I wish it didn't do that weird jaggedness, though. That really sucks. Okay, so... whilst I said that I was going to create a connection going that way as well, I think initially we will just obviously bring this around. Come on, you piece of crap. There we go. Okay, so let's just fix this up a little bit. I'm gonna have, well, what I can do, you see, is I can bang a load of trees and stuff in there that will hide all this, so that's no problem. I like the sort of split road level effect though, that's really cool. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. Right, so now we just got to switch it so that it's the correct way round. Easy does it. Okay. And then all we need is some nice, simple off-ramps. Yep, if you're off to sleep because it's late, see you next time. Right, now you need a Y-shaped junction. Do we? Is that what we need? Where's the main road into town? Oh yeah, there isn't one. This is the other problem we're going to have now, though, is, see, oh god, it's just like one thing after another. The other problem we're going to have now is that there is no real road here designed to carry a lot of traffic. So what do you do when it comes to that? Okay, let's try something then. Let's try a 6-lane road. Whatever I do with this, it's going to be a disaster. Upgrade the road that runs through the centre of town. Yeah, but then and then it kind of comes like this way. It's not going to be ideal. I mean, this is going to be just a small town. It's just surprising. Maybe not all traffic will go that way or something. I don't know. Right, I'm just going to try this and see what happens. I can always upgrade going onto it later. I think that's going to work however I do it. Make multiple off-ramps. Yeah, I was trying to think of like basically making a 6-lane road that then converges or something like this. Do a flyover into ramps on the other side. No, because it's going to get too messy if you do that. It's going to get way too messy. It's this land, that's what's the problem here. I'm just trying to think about the best way to do this. Nah, I'm not sure about... yeah, see you next time, everyone. I'm not sure about more roundabouts, because the roundabouts are slowing down. I mean, I'd thought about kind of just... This is like the main street here, and I'd thought about upgrading that, which probably is warranted at this point, actually. And then we'd have to upgrade this, and then that would kind of break through this area. But, I mean, it might well be necessary at this point. I might just go for that. Just take this out. Take this out. Sorry, people's houses. And then we'll just kind of bring this out. I don't really want to have to do this with this town, but sort of limitations. Ugh, idiot. Yes, unhappiness. Right, so we will have to go through and upgrade this all the way. And again, it's like, rather not, but it's kind of necessary, so... Just too much traffic going through the town at this point in time, because the town has just grown. We've added a lot more residential to the road, so it's just necessary at this point. Okay, and then to get on and off, yes, we'll just have to do a little bit of connecting on and off this. Hopefully I can do this a bit more successfully than we were having a minute ago. Right, so let's just try. Nah, we're still going for it. It's because of this bloody... It's because of this. It's because of this bit of sloping. Phantom Dude, sub Twitch Prime 4-3 in a row. Thanks much, Phantom Dude. Thanks, guys. We're on 273 subscribers right now. Everything's going awesomeness. So thank you very much for your support, guys, as always. Right, let's see here. I hate that little, like that. It just sucks. It's not even connected. I'm trying to see if I can't kind of connect this further down like this so that it's sort of... Man, it will not have it, will it? I'm just trying to see if I can connect this in like somehow so that... If you get what I'm saying. I'm just thinking like if I can go along beside the road like this, and then will that make it so that it's easier to connect to the road? It's because it's going downhill, you see it. It's hating. Like, that's kind of what I want to do, but... Yeah, see, as you see, it just kind of hates it. Not sure if I can really connect to this road right now. See, whatever you do, it's just really pissed off. Just put another roundabout there. No. Why not a simple H overpass ramp? Again, because it's not about like the type of junction. It's about being able to actually connect to the road. It's not, you know, you could put any kind of junction in there. It's just whether or not it'll actually connect. At the moment, I can't get it to connect. That's the problem. The type of junction isn't the problem. It's connecting to it, as you see. And it's because it's on a slope and an angle. So it's just not happy about me trying to force connect to it. Which is super irritating. It's like, it doesn't even matter about this over here right now. I can't even connect to this down here, so... See, like, even if you connect there, it's still putting this bloody horrible off-ramp thing in, and I hate that. Like, I don't want it to have, like, that stupid connection. Yeah, I might have to. A straight slope tool is really good, though. See if I can get this working the other way. It's just this bit here, because it's kind of like having to bridge itself onto the road. That's the problem. It's because it's kind of sloping down. Yeah, see, it'll do it up here, but not over there. It's like, yeah, of course, like right up here where I don't need it to be is where it will connect. So, no easy way to work this. Loot and spread the highway lanes and drag an underground 6 lane. No, I'm not doing that. Whatever that is. Yikes. Okay. This is the only way this is going to happen. So I'll try and do this sympathetically to the terrain as well, so that it doesn't look terrible. Trying to make it look like it's been like a natural sort of bypass, like a man-made, but just kind of cutting through. Okay. Because it's just not going to work any other way. No way. Right. And then this one here, well, actually, this one here needs to tighten up a bit as well. Okay. Right, so that's nearly in place. Right, cool. Right, so hopefully this will be a little easier now, although I'm not entirely sure, because it's still sloping pretty hard. What I'm going to do though is, I'm actually going to make this like a sort of diagonal. Let's just see whether we can actually get these connections on before we do anything else. So, let's see. If it still does it, I'm going to be super pissed. Yeah, it's okay. Right, so... Okay, right, cool. That's that one on. So we just need one coming off as well. There we go. As usual with those little sideways junctions, see, like it's just a case of finding that sweet spot where they are happy. And I always want these to be a little bit closer like that, really. But it's just trying to find that spot where it's not like super glitching out. And for this guy, it looks like that spot is right there. You can usually find, like when you put them down, even if they look absolutely terrible, you can usually find the right spot to actually kind of get them synced up, but it's just a pain in the ass to actually do it. Right, okay, so that's that. And then all I need to do is, yeah, just put a junction across, basically. So what I will do is... small 4-lane road. And then with this guy, what I'm going to do is... what I'm going to do is follow that. Basically, God, sub Twitch Prime. Thank you very much indeed, Billy. Welcome on board. I'm just going to see how this works. If it doesn't work, I will delete it. That looks like it'll work fine. Robson subbed, guys, for 26 months in a row. That is a massive amount of time. Robson, welcome back on board, buddy. Thank you very much indeed for your subscribing. Okay, so let's do the next bit of this. So what I want to do is build this at an angle. And apparently that angle is 11 meters, or is it 12? That looks about right. Okay, so let's go across here. And I think this road is going to have to go somewhere else at some point. I might make, for example, like a city dump or recycling plant out here, maybe. Something which there is an actual cause to use this road for. Oh yeah, we have that really frustratingly annoying problem of the invisible barriers again because of the road. You can just copy and paste the pillars in, but... Nope, still not okay. Man, this game is really hating me tonight, I tell you. The amount of fiddling about we've had to do has been astronomical. Right, surely this time that's good. Oh, come on, what? How? Ridiculous, just completely ridiculous. How can that possibly not be enough space? Like, look, it's totally, totally fine. There. This game can be so finicky sometimes, it's ridiculous. Right. I wanted to move that as well so it's a little bit more equidistant. Obviously we should try and get this straight-ish. Right. Okay, now the other problem is this obviously needs to go a bit higher. Okay. Okay. What, invisible barrier? Well, you can't see it, it's invisible. Obviously. Right, so let's... do I really want to delete this after having built it? Yep. Okay, so this one is obviously going down this way, so we are going to now put this on here. Okay, sorted. And then same coming up. Right, and then we just need to have this bit going straight up to here. And straight down. Actually, I think this one can go... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's make it so that this one is connecting here and then across. So, okay, cool, sorted. The only thing that I kind of wish with this was that this one here was just a little further back like that. And also that this raised up a little bit. And that this is this connected properly? I think not. In fact, I think that whole thing is screwed up. Right, we'll make that connect to there, and then we'll put this other stuff on and go down to there. Okay. And then again, wish this one would just raise up a little bit. Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. That's pretty good. This is where, like, now no traffic will use this, obviously. I feel like this can work a little better if I have it coming back off sort of up here somewhere. Yep, much better. Okay, cool. Flawless again. Obviously the guys will only be sort of using this junction, but hopefully that will improve things. Now, I also did agree with the fact that instead of making this a national road, at this point we should just make it a normal road, or a lane. Probably a lane, because it's like a real small, tight country sort of road style thing. So just make it like a two-lane alley. However, the other thing I could do, and I think I prefer to do, is to leave it looking like a national road, but just adjust the speed limit. So I think I actually might just do that, just on like this bit right here. So I might just do that, because I think it will, because it preserves the look. Because right now the speed limit is 90, and it's 100 on the highway. I think the standard road speed is like, what, like 50? What's like normal road speed? Yeah, like 50. So I think if I just make it 50, and I'll do it all on these other bits as well, so we'll just do like 50, 50, 50, 50. This has been a long episode now. 50, 50, 50, 50. So by making it 50, it will slow everyone down, and it'll just mean that, you know, it's not the most optimum route, so it means that they probably will utilise the other one. And then we'll just make this junction... I'll make this junction 40, because, you know, hey, it's a junction, right? Okay, there we go. Right, and then maybe we'll just slow things down on the roundabout here to 60 a little bit. I think you should really be going 100 on a roundabout. Or indeed any of these road connections right here. And I'm going to be careful, I just fucked that up. We should probably make our highway go faster as well, guys. Right. Problem. Case closed. Right, that'll be it. Right, let's just see if that's working, and then we're done. Of course, we won't be able to, because we've got to wait until, like, tomorrow, basically. Ah, there we go. Yeah, they got that 100 on a roundabout, no problem. No problem when you've got like an articulated truck and you're just like, just spinning it around. Spinning around. Well, a lot of people are already using the highway, which is good to see. Good, good, good. Hopefully this will pay for itself. Right, so we just got to let... we really need to get through a whole day because we need to let like the rush hour calm down. I mean, we're almost running into the same problem again, though, by having... I almost feel like what we could do is... Well... Don't know whether that would really solve... It's always like with these things, it's like, would that solve the problem? It's like, well, not really. What I was going to suggest was that we tell the lane specifically that if you want to go off on this, you have to go on the inside lane and go around, which technically you would do, because if you're going sort of like 1, 2, 3rd exit, you would actually go on that inside lane. I'm actually going to do that and just see what difference it makes. So basically what we're going to do is... we're back to this again. Everyone's favourite. Okay, so look... Basically, this is going to be tricky though. It's always going to be a tricky one because it's like it's going to be hard to tell them that if they need to be in that lane there, they can only go... What you really need to tell them is they've got to stay in that lane if they want to get off on that one. So basically it's like once you get onto the roundabout, you have to stay in lane. So yeah, so basically if you're going across there, let's think about this. Yeah, that's fine. So basically, you've just got to stay in lane. Oh, don't be an idiot. Yeah, because then this will basically mean that later on, they'll have to figure out, like, what lane they want to be in. It'll just stop the traffic kind of going around on one. We'll see if it works. So I'm basically just going to force them to stay in lane. Once it's like they can change lane ahead of the roundabout, but basically like once they're on the roundabout, they've got to stay in the lanes. Except for this one, because that one is going there, and this guy is going straight on. That's the only difference. And I know what you're thinking, but we'll see what happens, alright? So, if you're coming on here, stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane, go off. Coming around here, stay in lane, go off, or stay in lane, and then stay in lane, go off, go off, go off. Anything that I don't like that's changed with the lane connectors is that the lane connectors used to have a midway connection point. So like here, there would be like another one, like halfway along, where you could tell them like, hey, you've got to change lane at this point. But they've actually changed that now so that it's only like, yeah, look, see like here. So there'll be one right here, and it'll tell you like which lane to change. I don't know whether it does that. Yeah, so like right here, like you can tell them like to change the lane, which they haven't gone. It's probably because this is a two-way roundabout rather than a three-lane. So if I wanted to do that, I'd probably have to change it up to a three-lane roundabout. Anyway, we'll be able to see the effects of that for some time. That traffic makes no sense now. Yep, makes total sense. Because what's happening now is that the traffic which comes on here is going to come onto the inside lane of a roundabout, and then he's going to go off like that. Then I think it's because it's too short. Yeah, possibly, yeah. Anyway, right, let's play on, and we'll see what happens. Right, we just need to wait for a lot more traffic to get in here. Also, we actually need to see sort of how much traffic is utilising this road over here. Yeah, I also need to see when there's traffic coming down here, what happens. Driving out of the city, that's not going to help us. Well, there is a lot of traffic coming out of the industrial section, and there's a little bit of waiting on this corner, but as you can see, once it actually gets to the roundabout, like right here, it's actually flowing out pretty well. So there's a lot of traffic coming down here, but it's doing okay. It's not getting jammed as it is, you know, it's like it's flowing, which is the important point. There's no more jams anywhere else, I don't think so. Yeah, so that's the key thing, is like there is a lot of traffic coming through here, but it's not actually getting rammed, look, as you can see. I actually think forcing them to stay in lane on that roundabout is actually making quite a big difference, because you can see at this point here, look, see how they're splitting into lanes? See, these ones on the right are the ones that are going to go off this way, and the ones that are splitting in onto the left. So what's happening is that then when they get down to here, the ones that are going off to the right go off to the right, the ones that are going off to the left just go smooth off to the left. So what I did was I forced them to make a decision before they get to this roundabout. So basically the AI, like way back here, or from when they start their journey, are thinking, right, okay, if I want to go off here, I have to get on this inside lane, but if I'm going off here, I have to stay on this outside lane. That way it's forcing the traffic to stay separated, and it means we're not getting that crossover problem, which is helping the traffic to flow smoother, which seems to be working really good. And there's not enough traffic additionally adding into that roundabout, but we'll see what happens in the morning once we hit rush hour. And if you change the follow-up rule in any junctions from junction restrictions, it's quite useful for junctions with short roads. Where's that? Is that under traffic manager? If so, that might be the what's that under? Junction restrictions. No. What's it under? Tell me what it's under. Let them change the roundabout in the industrial area so they use both lanes going to the other roundabout. They already will, because once they've decided they're going to go off of there, they'll make that decision before they get to that point. Doesn't matter what I set it to here, they'll be thinking about what they've got to do down there, and they'll get in lane way before they even get to that point, so I don't actually have to do that. What's that? I'm starting to like rush hour. I don't think, I wouldn't advise trying to implement it midway through. I think it's the kind of mod where you have to run it from the beginning. I wouldn't advise to try and do that otherwise. Right, man, this episode is going to be nearly 2 hours long by the time we finish. It's like bumper traffic management edition. Right, so we just want to wait until the morning, 4 AM. It jammed a little bit earlier. Well, you can always accept a little bit of traffic jam. Like, again, I've had this on many live streams where people were like, "Oh, it's still jammed." Look, I lived in London for 10 years. You're gonna get traffic jams, right? It's a fact. Like, you're gonna have traffic jams at some point in time. When you have a lot of traffic on the road, you're gonna get traffic jams. That's basically how it is. I would really struggle to pick out like anywhere that I've been to which has got like a flawlessly running 100% efficient traffic system. It's like there's going to be times where just bulk of traffic makes it not work. Also, we're struggling against the fact that AI are stupid in this game, you know, so it's like, it's one thing. It's under junction restrictions, the one with 3 cars and an arrow. That rule stops them from entering roads with full capacity, and since short ones don't have much capacity. So let's have a look. Well, this one, that's just about entering junctions, though. That's not about, that's just whether they enter a junction. So, that's not 3 cars and an arrow. Are you just wasting my time again here? Yeah, that's just about whether they can enter a box junction. That's nothing that we need. It's about that's about whether they can cross a box junction. It's a junction restriction. Damn, look at the weight of traffic. See, this is why I said we don't wait till the next day. And damn, look, like so many people are still using that road. See, this is the thing that's important. Look, there is a lot of traffic. Look, a lot of traffic coming out on this side of town now, which is really good. So that has alleviated some of that traffic flow. But you can see, look, there is still, this is a lot of traffic coming from the city, and that's actually flowing pretty damn good. Like, the traffic coming in is actually flowing real good. In fact, actually, look, this is very smooth coming in. There's a huge bulk of traffic coming in. So that's like the rush hour. It's 10 AM now. So basically, I think the amount of traffic coming down this way is still sort of bulking through. I'm wondering if we don't bump this up to a 3-lane roundabout, whether that wouldn't help a little bit. It may not, but... And I think it will take it, except for this, but I can probably anarchy those roads. panicky the shit out of that. Right. That may have some small additional improvement. Yep, looks like it. Again, what we could do here that would be very beneficial would be to force this traffic to behave in a certain way using the lane restrictions. So again, what I could do is tell traffic here, like, hey, look, you can only go in that lane, you can only go in this lane, and so on and so on, so that once they're actually getting into lanes, the only thing that could happen then, though, is that, I don't know, actually, well, let's see what happens. They'll either stop using it entirely or it'll work, so we'll see what happens. Okay, and then, same again. Just want to force them to stay in lane, basically. Switching lane is one of like the biggest causes of like traffic jams. It's very, very bad. And then we don't want them to change lane on this one either. I mean, you shouldn't really be changing lanes on a roundabout anyway. Right, and then after that, I don't care what you do. So what I'm trying to do there is to stop traffic that's coming this way from interfering with traffic which is coming off of this junction, and then allowing this guy... Actually, that's the other thing as well. Yeah. Well, the other thing as well should be... Yeah, telling the traffic here that they can actually get into that second lane if they want to. Another thing you can do sometimes is to just bump up the amount of lanes coming in on the road here, so we could always put like a 2-lane highway, just bump up that little junction of road there, or that bit of road there. Just gives like that little extra bit of queuing capacity basically as you're coming onto the roundabout. Still, that did clear through, even though it's midday, which is obviously not great. There's still some work to do there. I still think that it's surprising how much traffic was actually using this road to get to work when they could go on the other one. But what's this one, Valenia? It's not a box junction. The rule prevents cars to cross a junction while their target road is at full capacity. Yeah, that's what I said. So it's a box junction. So a box junction, basically, the rule when you have a box junction is that if the junction is full on the other side, then you don't cross it. That's a box junction. That's what that junction thing is. So, and then you say the junctions at national highway roundabout connections would benefit from this rule getting removed. No, they wouldn't. It wouldn't make any difference at all. I don't see why that would. The only thing that would do is what you're telling me is that basically somehow that by allowing traffic to block other traffic, that's going to make it better. It definitely would not make it better. The whole point of a box junction is to leave that space clear so that other traffic can travel through. That's the whole point of it, is to keep traffic flowing. By removing that, it's just going to jam everything up. So I definitely do not want to turn that on. Okay, so this roundabout, I still think, despite some of those jams there, the amount of traffic that this roundabout is handling is really a lot, and it's flowing very well now. But having said that, it's end of the day. It's 5 o'clock, so we should see. Also, it's worth pointing out that with rush hour, it's not like you get to 5:30 and then bang, like everybody leaves work. With rush hour, like if you go to the options, there's like a where is it? Rush hour. So basically, with rush hour, you choose like work, and then you see you have work start time is 6 a.m. Work latest start time is 10 a.m. Work earliest end is 5, and work latest end is 6. So basically, they will be leaving work between 5 and 6. So it's not like I say, like bang, 5:30, everybody leaves work, and then the road is just jammed. Between 5 and 6, people will leave work. So it's a more kind of staggered sort of release of traffic. So that's why right now we're at 6, so probably most people should have left work. Although I always find it weird because it's kind of like a lot of traffic does seem to leave after that 6 deadline. So it's 7 o'clock now, and you can see like a lot of traffic is still just leaving. You're not going to force me to change it. I know you're not. I know you're not. It's a rule of the stream. We've covered this ground before, Valenio. You're familiar with it. Right, anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there for today. Everything's kind of going in the right direction. I think there's still a lot of fine-tuning to do. One last thing I'm noticing is, there seems to be a lot of criminal activity in Timajay Ridge right now. I keep seeing criminal things, even though apparently police coverage is really good. Like, police coverage for the town is fine. We only have, like, one rural police station. Maybe what we could do with is a couple of, like, security cameras dotted around the town or something like that, just help those police. But, yeah, we shall see, we shall see. But, yeah, look, see, even now, it's surprising. It's like 10 PM at night, right? Look at the amount of traffic. See, this is the thing that I always find interesting, and even with rush hour, but, like, also specifically with industrial stuff. It's like, industry usually runs 3 shifts a day, okay? But the interesting thing is, like, look, there's still a hell of a lot of traffic coming out of industry. You know, there are other things we could do to alleviate this problem, which is stuff like we can put like little bypasses off of the junctions, but I think all in all, like, it's not working bad. I think there's just some further fine-tuning to do. Of course, nothing beats my astonishing corkscrew roundabout. Like, I'm extremely pleased about that. This thing is working like a dream. Why has no one built this in real life? That's my question. It deserves to be built. Corkscrew roundabout. That should really be the name of this episode, the corkscrew. But anyway, looking forward to watching this from start on YouTube. I hope you do. Interestingly as well, I thought that when we come back over here with the amount of traffic we've been seeing, that this junction would be like an absolute traffic jam, but apparently no. It's all looking really good. So anyway, there we go, guys. So Whitford Peak has started off. Is that a fire? Yes. It's alright, they're dealing with it. Anyway, Whitford Peak. We're making some solid progress, guys. I think, you know, early stages in terms of actually expanding the towns. But what we have done is kind of future-proof our road infrastructure. We'll obviously be able to build a further highway here. We've already got rail systems in. We'll be thinking about where we can get that highway going to later. And I expect next time we're probably going to be thinking about building a new community either up here or further down the valley. Maybe what we should do is simultaneously start work on city proper. Get a proper town going on over here. I think that's going to be a definite possibility, and I think that would mean that we have to build another sort of addition to the highway roundabout here, where we get like another big bridge going across. So yeah, there's a few things we've got to consider going into the next stuff. Alright guys, thank you very much indeed, and remember, if you want to play this map, guys, it's on the Steam Workshop right now. Link is down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.